Hi everyone and Happy New Year to all of you. I painted this alla prima portrait in oil as an experiment, completely the opposite to my usual style. I skipped a few steps and mixed everything directly on the panel. I can say it was a lot of fun to paint more freely, and I highly recommend it. I used red oxide for the dark shapes, including the dark hair and shadows, and titanium white for the lighter areas. I would add other colors to adjust my mixing later on. Essentially, I began by blocking in the large shadow shapes and included some dark midtones. As you can see that I also established the light shapes using white mixed with red oxide. While I paint, I'm also thinking about drawing and trying to get the proportion right. In the beginning, I started with large shapes, and now I'm working on breaking them down into smaller shapes. I'm adding more mid-tone mixes to create softer transitions. The most important aspects to focus on are ensuring that the drawing and values are correct in the beginning, while paying special attention to the edges around the eyes, mouth, and lips. These details should be smaller and more precise. For the hair and the background, I can keep them as large mass shapes, but I will add darker accents in the hair to provide more structure. If you want to see a step-by-step painting process, be sure to watch the video above. I use ivory black mixed with white to achieve blue-grayish tones and cooler shades, along with yellow ochre and cadmium red for mixing the flesh tones. If you are totally beginner, always start with the drawing and sketching before adding any colors. And for reference, choose a photo that has clear shapes and contrast between light and dark. It's much easier and more engaging to paint in the style of the old masters, and copying their artworks can be a great way to learn. As you noticed, I began with the two big shapes, light and dark, and had only two values. And now, as you can see, I add more details and soften up the edges. So keep it simple in the beginning and add more details and highlights in the end. I added a cooler value into the background, which beautifully balances and elevates the warm tone of the portrait. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Happy painting!